Could you just clarify, is it, Doctor, your last name pronunciation for me? Yeah, sorry.
You, sir, can call me anything you like, but it's Epstein usually.
Epstein, great. All right, great. Thanks a lot. So, Dr. Epstein, could you comment on Pratt & Whitney's experience with ODA? I noted in your written testimony you're looking at expanding its use as your production demand grows. And with that growth, do you anticipate problems, or what would you say would need to be changed?
Well, Pratt & Whitney has ODA authority for manufacturing. It does not have it for design certification. Mainly because as the FAA was rolling this out in our design cycles, it didn't match very well. But for manufacturing, since 80% of our content we purchase, and of that 80%, 80% purchased here in the U.S., the supply base is of critical importance, and the supply base is very heavily strained because of the expansion in business, the concerns of safety, and it's a very capital-intensive business to begin with. So we found that ODA for manufacturing has been a very powerful way for both our in-house manufacturers, but also as we bring on new suppliers who have to be certified. We're also looking forward to the discussion on certified design organization, which the FAA intends to move to, and we think that'll be a powerful tool for U.S. industry to move forward.
Yeah, great. Mr. Hamilton, how can we move this potential 14-month timeline that you mentioned in your testimony with regards to international validation to something less than 14 months?
Thank you, Congressman. So as new entrants really come into the aviation industry, such as China, where they want to build an aviation industry, they are using sometimes the validations as opportunities to learn about how to certify products. And then sometimes you might even ask that they question if they were trying to get some of your intellectual property and how you design the products. I want to, cite Ms. Baker, who just returned from China, for the constructive dialogue they had last week. We deliver about a third of our 737 airplanes to China, and we were told that they wouldn't be able to validate those airplanes until the end of 2018. Initially, I think through the dialogue between the FAA and the Chinese authorities, we're hopeful that we can shorten that down to by mid-year of this year. But I think it takes a strong relationship between the FAA and their counterparts overseas.
So it's almost like it's not so much a process issue, it's a presence issue.
Our industry is built so much on relationships, and being there, being present with them, can go a long ways, especially with the Chinese. We're a little disappointed that the FAA pulled out their technical representative from Beijing and put him in Singapore. The Chinese kind of took that, I think, in a negative manner. But being present, being there, the importance of being able to travel there is vitally important, and being able to have those face-to-face conversations.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Thacker, wouldn't you agree that some people also have a claim at the aviation capital of the world?
So I'm sure there are many claims.
Good. Well, then we're back on track. We're back on track. What recommendations would you have to change the ODA process, if any?
So I think that the biggest opportunity is really to fully utilize the designations that are already in place. So for an organization like ours, we're a very capable and large organization. Our ODA staffing is across the spectrum of all of the technical resources, and frankly, we have the capacity to overwhelm the FAA with the amount of new product development and continuing product improvements that we put in place for a product line that today produces 21 different models, and we have three new products in various stages of development. So the ability to, again, reduce the level of involvement for the things that are low risk. You're familiar with many of our products. Yeah. They are for the most part, derivatives. They're airplanes that look similar, have similar systems, and so for the past decades, we have been designing with the same design philosophy, with developing tools along the way, improving the reliability, and putting the efficiency and safety into the products. But the basis of what we're doing is well understood by both us and the FAA. So it's very low risk for the bulk of what we do for the FAA to go ahead and delegate most of those programs to us, and then pay their attention to the things that are new and novel, or new and novel to us if we're taking on a new technology. We'd like to see that be to the fullest extent possible. We think that's the greatest opportunity.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, sir.